Hello, my name is Julian, an embedded system software engineer at DPS, and today we're going to be looking at TMON's two core alarm screens, the standing alarm screen and the COS alarm screen. Now, how you navigate to these two screens is by clicking on this icon here. It says standing and COS alarms. So by default, you're taken to the COS alarm screen. And the way that you navigate to standing alarms is with this button here. But first, let's talk about the differences between the two alarm screens. Here's the COS alarm screen. So COS, or change of state alarms, you can think of like an email inbox. New events are shown here as they happen. For example, if you monitor the door to, say, a remote tower site, you would see the doors open and close states each time one of those events were triggered, as we could see here. While this is good for viewing the history of events, maybe you just arrived to the office in the morning and you want to see what happened during the night, you'll quickly find that the older alarms that are still active can be buried beneath the new events coming in. Now, when monitoring 100 devices, checking to see the active or standing alarms becomes exponentially difficult to track. And so this is where the standing alarm screen is so important. And so you'll navigate using this button here at the top left of the table, clicking on standing alarms, and you'll see that it changes back to COS alarms, and that will just take you between these two tabs here. So this is where the standing alarm screen is so important. And it's something that you won't find on a surprising number of SNMP managers and other alarm masters. You could think of this screen as a collapsed view of the COS alarms. It's a live picture of what's happening on site and is a quick way to see what actively needs your attention versus just seeing a confusing history of previous alarm and clear events. So to illustrate this, I'm going to demonstrate a door opening and closing. And as you can see, each time the door opens and closes, the alarms come in and a new change of state appears, as we can see here. The thing to note is that these events are piling up, and it's possible for an operator like me to acknowledge the COS without actually doing anything, hiding it from view when it really should still be visible. So I'll go ahead and clear just these last two that came in. So now let's go to the standing alarms tab here. And as you open tabs, you'll actually see new tabs coming in. So if I were to click on combined, you can see that we have multiple tabs piling and you can close them with the X button. But at any rate, let's go to the standing alarms. So you can see that as the door opens, this alarm comes in. But once the door closes, the alarm actually dismisses itself. So this is particularly useful because let's say the technician propped open the door or otherwise forgot to properly lock up, the alarm would say the door is open. And this allows you to send someone back to the site. And you'll also notice that it's impossible to acknowledge an alarm from this standing alarm window. So I'll acknowledge with the A key, and you can see that nothing is currently happening. So it's important to note that these will always be here as a reminder. You can only ever have one entry per alarm point on the standing alarm screen, and the only way to get rid of it is to actually resolve the alarm source, and you can see the alarm point here in this right side column. So perhaps you're not currently using TMON, and we're glad you've spent a few minutes here to learn about it. Many SNMP alternatives only show the COS screen, but TMON adds a concise standing alarms view that helps you focus on what matters most in the moment. So if you'd like to talk through your remote monitoring project, we're always here to help. Just give the DPS helpline a call at 559-454-1600.